We've just had the halving about a month ago. And I know you have some distinct opinions on the halving. You know, the memes out there are that it came and went and nothing happened and everyone's waiting around. Now, of course, in the blockchain, unlike traditional finance, if it doesn't happen in 2 or 3 days, it's too long. And of course, if you don't make 10% a week, it's not a good week, right? And so obviously the expectations are high. But what is your view on what happened at the halving or what's going to happen on the back of it?
Yeah, look, it's an important question. And it was a little bit different this time, right? And you know, those are the 4 most dangerous words in investing. It's different this time.
Right.
And you never like to say that it is. You know, one of the things about being an OMG, right? Self-proclaimed old macro guy. So with Tapiero and Moorhead and people like yourself, you know, we are, you know, old just means you've been through multiple cycles and you get to learn from those cycles. And, you know, I was lucky, and it really was luck that, you know, Dan Moorhead called me up back in 2013 and said, hey, I'm shutting down my hedge fund that we had helped him start 20 plus years ago. And I mean, it helped him in the sense we provided financing and he did all the work. But he said he's going to spend the rest of his career in Bitcoin and blockchain. And look, in 2013, I joke, I wasn't running drugs on Silk Road. I was not a cryptography student. I didn't get it. But the moment I did any work, and I understand that blockchain technology was just an evolution of compute, it became real. And I spent, you know, the rest of the last decade really going deep down the rabbit hole. And when I think about this cycle and why it was a little bit different, we had a demand shock. And that demand shock kind of overwhelmed one of the things that normally happens in a halving. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, what the halving is, for those who don't follow, is there are block rewards. Every 10 minutes, a certain number of Bitcoin are given to the operators of the validator nodes that secure the network. And so if you basically create a data center, you buy a bunch of machines, you plug them in, and you tilt them toward the algorithm, and you try to secure the network by cryptographically securing the chain, and then you get rewarded. So if you think about it, it's a pay-as-you-go system. People are contributing computing power to this network, right? The little b Bitcoin blockchain is the most powerful computing network in the world. And this is a crazy stat. It's 1,500 times more powerful, not 1,500%, 1,500 times more powerful than the CERN supercomputer. So it's a really powerful computing network. Wow. It's never been hacked, right? It's been up for 15 and a half years. It's had downtime of like 20 minutes. Not one hack, not one fraudulent transaction, not one error. It's a very, very powerful machine. Why? Because it's monsters. Well, why is it monsters? Because these block rewards are very valuable. Well, if you think about it, I buy my machines. They have a price. I plug them in. My electricity has a price. If suddenly every 4 years, those block rewards get cut in half. So on the first epoch, you got 50 Bitcoin, 50, every 10 minutes to be split up amongst the miners. Amazing. Then it went to 25, then 12 and a half, then 6.25, now 3.125. So we just went from 6.25 to 3.125 every 10 minutes. So wait a minute. If my costs are fixed and my revenues just got cut in half, theoretically, half of those miners would go out of business. But they didn't. In fact, we have higher hash rate today than any time in history. So the number of miners keeps going up. Well, how does that happen? To me, Brian, it's one of the most ingenious things about Bitcoin was the hard coding of this event that would cut the supply. That's genius because it makes it the hardest money in the world. But it also creates an impetus or a catalyst, back to my chemistry days, to have price go up. Well, what do you mean? Well, if you think about it, if the price stayed where it was and the block rewards get cut in half the miners go out of business. Well, that can't happen because we need the hash rate to keep growing. So what happens is the price adjusts, and this is the genius part. When things move, people get interested. To your point, if the price isn't moving, the average person doesn't want to pay attention. And so, price of land. Land is boring. I mean, come on, it's just boring. It doesn't move or it doesn't get marked to market every day. Real estate, buildings, okay? Stock prices, a little more volatility. Things that have volatility, people care about. And so if the price now suddenly moves, more people are drawn to it. If more people are drawn to it, demand goes up, supply is fixed, price is going to rise.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.